Right, welcome to episode 4 of the Strength of Season RX podcast. We are here in CrossFit Box, Central Birmingham, with Jay,
Hello.
head honcho, king of hard to kill clothing, best luxury CrossFit brand in the UK since sliced bread. Firstly, Jay, welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks for having
it.
me.
0121, fellow Brummie.
This is it, mate. This is it.
In the motherland. Obviously, straight off the bat, from the hard to kill content, the question is, what does hard to kill mean to you?
Me personally, to be honest, it probably changes day to day. To be honest, but as a general rule of thumb, hard to kill for me, it's about doing hard shit now, kind of thing. Like we are generally programmed, and I think actually there's some facts somewhere that like as we progress as humans, we try and do things more efficiently. We try and take the easiest route, which makes sense to a certain extent, but in life, life's not easy. Sometimes you need to do that hard shit now. So when the hard shit does come around, you're a bit more prepared for it.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of big generational thing now where everyone's scared to do the hard stuff now.
Yeah, everyone wants the quick fix, easy way out.
Yeah. So like I says, today, that's what it means to me. It's about doing the hard stuff now. So when the time comes, because it will come.
Yeah.
Life, without sounding miserable, life's hard. Really
yeah.
hard. You know what I mean? So it's it's about doing it now.
Quality, mate. So what do you do day to day? What's your day-to-day job?
Day to day, grown-up job.
Yeah.
So
job.
Firstly, I'm a husband.
Yeah.
I've got 3 kids. How old are they now? This is all kill me. One.
Cut this if it's wrong.
Yeah. 1, 5, 12. So busy life. And then kind of from a professional point of view. So I do a lot of consultancy around business development, project management, that sort of thing. So I work for a automotive tech hub, and it's one of the things people ask you, what do you do? Do you know, like in Friends when like, what does Chandler do? And nobody knows. That's what it's like, yeah. So yeah, business development, project management. So it kind of does flow nicely into the hard to kill stuff.
Nice. And then how long has hard to kill been around as a brand?
To be honest, the clothing that I've kind of messed around with has been for a long time. I did a bit of streetwear stuff when I was younger and things like that. And then again, got older, had to be serious with life and shit like that. And then what are we now, 26? I think really with people seeing us, probably 2.5 years max. Like there was a lot of stuff going on in the background in the build up to it and stuff like that. But actually, it's not that long. Yeah. Which a bit of a pat on the back to us. I think we've moved quite a way in such a short period of time. Yeah.
So before, I guess, then the recent iteration of I know hard to kill as high quality CrossFit fitness, you could say alternative-y. I find a lot of CrossFit branding is overly American and positive and a bit Jesus-y, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool to be gritty and underground. But were you doing this pre-CrossFit anyway, and as if you said streetwear then?
No, I mean I'm talking a long time ago. This was when I was younger. I dabbled in. I've always been into fashion and creative and stuff like that, but not within a sports space or a kind of athleisure side of things. For me, when I got into CrossFit, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. There's some cool brands knocking about. There is, but just there was nothing really that kind of just did it for me. Selfishly, that's what it was about. It was stuff that I
think that's
wanted
how it all
to wear.
Starts, right? I remember my coaching business came from the fact that I fucked around and find out, and it took me so long to get the skills and the lifts and become an RX athlete. When if I had the business that I create now is for intermediate Amir 10 years ago, who needed someone to show him how to do a muscle up or a handstand walk versus my attempts were just trying an open gym over and over again and missing. Yeah. So I think a lot of business creators and owners end up creating the thing that they wish they had.
That's just part of learning and part of life, isn't it? You know what I mean? I always think that so I find it wild now. You can become a PT in 2 months.
Yeah,
mad. You learn everything on the gym floor. You learn everything by doing it wrong, and then going, that's shit. Okay, why is it shit? Okay, let's do this. Let's do like that. That's how you learn, and it's the same with business. Again, I assume the same with coaching. You don't just become a great coach.
Yeah, you fuck around and find out a lot. Fail your way over and over and over again to success.
Yeah, definitely. And that's that whole thing about there's no such thing as like failure. Only if you've got there's lessons in everything. There's not much. I mean, I can tell you in my life, there's not much that you can go, I can take nothing from that. Some of the real shitty stuff that's happened to me, you can go, well, okay, that was
lessons,
bad.
isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
And then I think like you said, you found like a bit of a gap in the market. I've done CrossFit, so I'm an OAP in the CrossFit scene. I've done CrossFit since 2012, and I've seen like literally hundreds of apparel companies come and go. Like they like a flash in the pan for like 6 months, or everyone's wearing something for one season, and then they just completely go. I think it's number one, really, really hard to run like an apparel company. But like you said, you identified a gap in the market. There was nothing that really spoke to you clothing-wise. What like annoyed you the most about like the existing apparel in the scene? Or, like what was not there specifically?
Yeah, well, you kind of hit that, and it's very light and fluffy, which is cool for people, and it's cool for a time and a place. Like I don't mind wearing it in the gym now and again, but it's not something I could really attach myself to and like really want to be affiliated with, because like I tell you, we do it well. Like I know I don't want to get on top of the CrossFit, High Rocks Donnies, but like in like your stuff like your 247 and stuff like that, they have a nice crossover between the sport that they're doing and fashion, and the stuff that you can wear out. And I genuinely would, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to do that, and again, purely down to personal preference. A lot of the stuff I wouldn't. You know, so it was a case of, well, there's nothing here, so let's make it.
I could be wrong, but I swear 247 have done a collaboration recently with Avenged Sevenfold, like a heavy metal band, which is mad because they were like who I was listening to like 10 years ago as like a Grebo.
I think they, regardless of what you think of them,
like an industry leader.
Oh, smashing it. Everything they do from a branding perspective is just top tier kind of thing.
So it's kind of like, I think you said something there in particular, like I've got CrossFit clothes like in the bottom of my drawers from years ago that like I would never wear out. It's a gym t-shirt, right? A gym t-shirt gets relegated to like I don't mind getting really sweaty in it and ruining it because it's a gym t-shirt. So was it trying to get apparel and make designs that you can wear in the gym and also you can wear outside the gym? Is that a big goal?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. Just I know it sounds like a lot. I like to look good. When you look good, you feel good. You know what I mean? So
look good, lift good.
Yeah, fact. 100%. Doesn't really work for me. But yeah, 100%. It's always kind of been a 50-50 split, really. Yeah. It needs to work in the gym to a certain extent. Yeah. Like you're not going to go. Well, you could run a marathon in it if you want to. A lot of our stuff is generally heavier weight, a bit more of a premium kind of things. But I've kind of intentionally done that because I think once you start going into real gym wear, because I don't class us as gym wear, I class kind of athleisure. I don't want it to be gym wear. It gets techie, very techie. In this day and age now, you can't just have a cotton t-shirt. It's got to have so much about it and all this tick.
I remember,
so many boxes.
Again, just going back for like back of the drawer analogy, I've got so many like competition t-shirts that must be like Fruit of the Loom. Do you know what I mean? Like they've just batch ordered 500 of these like really shit quality tees that like within 5-10 wears are just like holes ripping, decolorized.
Well, that's what college obviously we did all the graph ones on our first year, and like that's what I tried to get away, because again I appreciate we had to tick a box from a competition t-shirt side of things, but also I wanted something that again that I would genuinely wear myself. Like, you know, I think there's a lot kind of goes back to that old school CrossFit. Nicey. But I feel bad saying it, but like if that's what you like, it's totally fine.
I think it's like the American influence, right?
Yeah,
100%.
Like,
obviously, US, UK, very different. I think the US are very like hyper positive. Yeah. I think in the UK, not in a bad way, we're a bit like neggy, but like it's our humour's quite like backhanded. The humour's quite like dry and like, you know, you think of. Funnily enough, I was watching a video this morning about like the Office UK and the Office US. I love both, but for different reasons. Like Office US is more like slapstick and more like comedy's quite in your face, where the Office UK was just like really underhanded and like more subtle humour, and it's more like the awkwardness. I think like sometimes American brands like big, like like military references and like religion references and colourful and in your face, where clearly hard to kill.
I kind of see it to a certain, like it's kind of where CrossFit started to a certain extent, so you can see why it kind of goes towards that. That's why I think there's a space over here. Well, anywhere to be honest, there's no real kind of mix of. I wouldn't call us like streetwear, but like I said, just that's something different. Just as an option there for people if they don't want that.
It's that blend, isn't it? It's like kind of trying to like. You don't have to exist. You used to probably have to have an apparel company that existed in that one space. I don't know why it's just come to me, but I remember my brother did jiu-jitsu. I remember like Tap Out. Remember that? Like Tap Out was like, if someone was wearing Tap Out, they were trying to be like, I'm hard as fuck, don't mess with me. I'm like Conor McGregor. Where like, it's like a clothing wear that was for one niche, where I guess hard to kill is trying to be streetwear, athleisure, CrossFit. You can wear it after you training. Like,
I wouldn't. Didn't necessarily like come out to go like just do CrossFit, and I still don't want to be honest with you. It's just more so because I love CrossFit. That's why it's kind of gone that way and marketed towards that. But we're definitely not pigeonholed for that. Like we've done stuff in Ironman, we've done stuff in Jiu-Jitsu, similarly done stuff in Muay Thai. So it's something I definitely would want to, do plan to reach out into. But I said that's what's cool about the brand in my eyes. You can.
Yeah,
it's more of a thing. It's more
exactly.
of a
The phrase hard to kill and like the brand hard to kill and the mindset of being hard to kill isn't just CrossFit, right? It's people are doing their own thing in Ironman's, fitness, triathlons, marathons, combat sports like you mentioned, and like the mindset and the brand like vision to me goes into all those different sports, right? It applies to anything hard, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the big thing I was trying to say as well. It's not necessarily just about sport. It's not about being able to just get at it and just hammer yourself. Like I was slowly thinking earlier, like it's about, I was thinking because obviously I come and met you, I was walking up there, and there was a time gone by I wouldn't have been able to do that. As in like I went through a real bad period of like, I know everyone says it now, but anxiety and panic and things like that. There's no way I could have walked up there by myself. And I was thinking, and because obviously I was thinking about coming here, I was just thinking again, that goes down to doing the hard things. Sometimes the hard things aren't, like I said, snatching under the cage. Yeah, exactly. It's relative to your struggle. Like for me, like that repetition of doing them hard things was going and doing that by yourself. Sitting there, being fucking terrified for 5 minutes. Okay, we'll do it again. It's that repetition. So it's not necessarily all about doing mad, savage stuff physically and looking at it. Sometimes the toughest stuff is going on in your head. That's the big thing.
And they're so related, right? Like the physical and the mental are so related. Like I know that if I'm having a shit day, shit week, like not feeling great, feeling anxious or whatever, like fitness helps, right? You always chase, like the start of the session might not be good, but you always feel better by the end of it.
Yeah, 100%.
How long have you done CrossFit for now?
Probably 5 years.
What was your like introduction? Do you remember? Like, what like got you in the door?
You know, first time I seen anything similar, it was Turf Games.
Nice.
I was down at Turf Games. Started to get into that kind of more functional stuff. I was like, you're probably the same, like younger, bodybuilding, bro stuff.
Classic, yeah.
Yeah, bro stuff.
Chest and arms.
Yeah. I don't.
It's
weird though, but it was like a flick of a switch. It's like, no, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
It's weird, and then so I started to mess around doing that, and seeing that, and was like, okay, let's get into it. Realised, CrossFit's expensive. CrossFit's expensive. Going from paying like £20 a month, going, okay, now this is going to cost this, but I just fell in love with it in regards to just the skill required. Like, you've got to work hard. You've got to really work hard, but there's actually some thought behind it as well.
Yeah, and it's like, I think when you do, I bodybuilded for a bit, like after rugby, pre-CrossFit, and it's like you can kind of go to the gym on day one and bench press and bicep curl and fucking tricep extension or whatever, right? But learning to snatch, clean and jerk, to muscle up, to handstand walk, to like toes to bar, handstand push up, like they're all really fucking hard to do.
Yeah, and well, even once you've learned to do it, you've not completed it.
No, God, no, absolutely not. There's always the next thing that's better, or it's just like doing more capacity of that same movement, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like I say, you get to your 1 rep max, and it's going, now you need to get to a point where you can work comfortably at that. It's not a 1 rep, so yeah, it's all progression. So I like them little wins.
What's it like designing clothes for people who like notoriously don't wear any clothes? Because there's a target market. I don't think CrossFitters are great.
Yeah, it's a mystery. Like, did we build the pyramids? Did we go on the moon? why the CrossFitters take the clothes on. Like, it's mad. You're never going to figure it out. It's I must admit, it's a pain in the arse sometimes from a content perspective.
You've given me t-shirts for comps, and I'm just like, I'm like, I know that in 30 seconds I'm taking this off, but I'm like, guys, get content.
This is why you have to get.
Or after we have to in Marbella, we obviously you like sponsored our team, and we had to like stage photos outside of competition because we were like, none of us are wearing, obviously it's like Spain, right? None of us are wearing these. It
is hard.
Even how beautiful the kit is, I'm just like,
yeah, it's a nightmare. You have to. Sometimes you just go, it is what it is. That's why it's always good. Accessories, because you can go, he hasn't got his top on, but he's got his socks on.
Yeah.
He's got his hat on. Yeah, or just it's hard. Females obviously a lot easier.
Yeah.
But
do you think about the kit being like, I guess it's not a CrossFit specific brand, but like I've got some t-shirts and some gear that's just like ruined, specifically white t-shirts. Like through, I can think of like dumbbell and barbell movements where you repeatedly like hitting black rubber dumbbells full of dust on your like shoulders. Do you specifically think about the durability of the kit to last like a CrossFit workout, or is that just not a case?
Colour wise, like we do. I mean, I just like black anyway. It's just
safe.
This
is me wearing all black apart from my socks.
Everything pops on black. It's like I said, as soon as you're chucking yourself on the floor, same white, dirty, grey, sweat marks. Like these are the things you absolutely have to think about. But to be fair, like, I'd say probably 80% of our stuff's black, but it works well because when we do drop some colour, everyone's like, I want it.
It looks
kind
different.
of thing. But again, that's what's good about when there's the white side of this. I don't know, we've got some teal stuff, we've got some nice colours, but so to say, you don't have to wear it in the gym. Like you can wear them out.
Yeah, I agree. Like I've got like probably like 10 of your black main t-shirts, but the ones that I see like really pop off a lot because that teal's the green colour, right? Like the light green.
Jade.
That's really
it's actually called.
Jade.
Yeah,
really
jade.
Noticeable. Like because like it's like a really underused colour of t-shirts, and all like every single female athlete or girl that I've seen wearing hard to kill fucking loves that purple sports bra. Is it purple?
Yeah,
right.
It's I'm trying to think what that's. Let's call it purple.
It's called purple.
But no, it's called purple.
Just love it. Like I think the colour, the fit, like that's all the girls that I know that have the hard kill kit absolutely love that colour.
Yeah, it's sold really well. To be fair, that come about with Sammy. That did. The Marbella. I was going to release it, and then it was a case of, we'll see. And then like, I think there was some content went out of her wearing it.
Flew with DMs.
Yeah,
like, where'd you get it from? Where'd you get it from?
Yeah, and then I had it in the DMs. I was like, I can't not put it out, kind of thing. And to be fair, it stuck. Because like, to be honest, I don't try and keep things around for too long.
A lot of it's like limited drops.
Yeah. So I like to think so. Probably best is like have maybe 50% is like standard. It's there.
Stock wherever.
Yeah, it's stock colorways that everybody can get. Anyone new to the brand can get. Because the last thing you want is to have everything too kind of that only now.
A new person can't buy it.
Exactly, yeah. And then kind of, let's call it your, I'm not going to say we've got fans that hardcore who buy the lot.
Yeah.
They'll go, that's the new stuff for them kind of thing.
I think like it's funny because I remember limited edition drops are like, you attach like emotion to it, don't you?
Yeah.
Like there's been stuff I've tried to buy where I'm like, not hard to kill, but like shit, I have to log in at this. I like set alarms on my work phone to like get up to buy this thing because it's released at this time. And then, because I know, funny enough, I was talking to an athlete the other day who was pissed off at the Danielle Brandon Rads.
Yeah.
Basically, I think it was so limited that within like 1 minute it's gone. So I guess it's finding that balance between releasing enough that the people that want it get it, but also holding a bit of like mystery and a bit of
you've kind of got to, well, for me, with a proper drop and like limited edition, it's kind of got to be genuine because as soon as you go, it's a limited drop, and then everyone's got it, and then you can buy it all the time. Next time around, you do it, no one will jump at the chance. You've got to kind of be legit with it, and that's what Rad did really good. Rad smashed it. I mean, it's still smashing now. But Rad's a bit easier to get a lot back in the day. Like you said, you was setting alarms, they're gone and they're not coming back, kind of thing. So they killed it.
So like I'm very lucky to be a hardcore athlete, lucky to work with the brand, and I hate using the word influencers. Like it gives me a big ick, like influencer marketing. But having worked in the fitness industry for a long time, and obviously we're in Birmingham now, we were talking about Gymshark earlier. Like, I remember the whole advent of like influencer marketing, like Gymshark hiring like Matt Ogus, like Jeff Side, and like all the like original. Was it Lex? Lex was like a big YouTuber, like Lex Fitness. I used to binge all their YouTube stuff. So like influencer marketing wasn't a thing, and then Gymshark like started it off. But my question is like, what's the thought process behind people that become hard skill athletes? Like, not who do you choose, but like, what's the thought process behind?
Well, before I get on that, you saying about influencers, you're not influencer. For everyone, Bougie Mr. Amiria flew in today, flew into this and flying back out. So
I flew. They didn't do first class and easy yet, so I'm fine.
But yeah, no, in answer to this question, this sounds really like lame. You just got to be a good person to a certain extent. Like, I need to personally, I'll
gel with that person.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I genuinely think of a lot of the people who I work with as friends, and that's what I want. Like, I don't want it to be like super transactional.
Yeah, the point is, it's not like you've never said to me, you need to do 2 posts and 2 stories a month. Where I've had DMs from companies being like, hi, we'll give you this for free, but you need to do 1 grid post, 1 story.
It's horrendous. It's awful. You can spot it a mile off. And again, that's what kind of breeds authenticity with stuff. It's like, I'd like to think you wear the stuff regardless. You know what I mean? That's what I want from people. Yeah. I would never want to. I know as business gets bigger and commercially, you need to do these things, but like, I would never want to be in a position where I've got to pay someone to wear something, because again, it just doesn't sit that well with me. You know, I want you to want to wear it. That's what I said. I'd much rather you take it to a charity shop rather than force it and go, oh, here's a code, guys, and this is some, like, I mean, just to have something in your bio. It's not really our bag, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. It's like, again, there's a time and a place for it. I'm not knocking it, but for me personally, it's not about that. And the same, and you haven't got to be an animal. You haven't got to be a monster. You know what I mean? It helps. It helps sell, of course it does. But like, it's not really about that for me. It's you're a right fit for the brand. You genuinely associate and you genuinely wear the brand, regardless of if I asked you to or not. You know. And again, I think you can spot it with the people I've worked with and people who I don't work with now and things like that. You can spot someone genuine from the get-go. You get a lot of people who you go, okay, I'll give you a chance, then you go, nah. No, you
can definitely spot when it's the other way around. Like, again, working in the fitness industry for so long, I'll see someone that I follow who's a trainer or a coach, be like, oh guys, I've tried these new protein bars and they're really, really tasty. And you're just like, oh god, like, I couldn't pick up the camera and say that. Like, gives me the ick big time.
It just devalues the product for me, because like I said, I know you don't use it. It's fine. Don't worry. I know you don't use it. It's cool. But to be fair, on the subject, one thing that's a bugbear of me at the moment, which pisses me off, for anyone who does this, like, we get a lot of DMs, like, essentially, like, up and coming athletes, and they want to be involved, which is great, and I make a point of replying to everybody who comes through. I do, but we get a lot now of essentially AI messages that someone's just gone, right, I want to try and get a sponsor off someone. They'll just bang it in there.
And it's just like loads of brands at once.
Oh yeah, it definitely goes to loads of brands at once. But like,
hi, insert brand name.
yeah. But the best, pretty much. But the best thing is now, like, I mean, they're not like bots. These are genuinely like people. Like, but there's certain ones now we're getting come through, and it's like, oh yeah, like, love the brand, like, followed what you've been doing for a while, like, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You don't even follow us. You know what I mean? You've never bought from us. Not that it's buying from us is a prerequisite at all, it's not. But at least put some effort into, you know what I mean? You don't even follow us. So you haven't followed us for so long. And it's just like, oh, come on guys.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? I think, like, the whole influencer marketing thing's wild. Just people like faking stuff on Instagram, like, use my code, and it's all just a bit cringe, isn't it? Like, you should want to work with the brand because you like it, and like, I guess an ideal fit would be someone that, like, you gel with, that's like already wearing it, already likes it, and that, like you said, they don't have to be like a games athlete. They don't have to be like super cool. It's passion, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I don't care if you've got 100,000 followers. If you're a bit of a dick, or you don't really kind of just go with the brand and what we're about, it's pointless. It's just a short-term mindset for me. If I was going to do it, because I'd be like, oh yeah, it'd be great, get some clicks, maybe get some sales because he's got some followers. But realistically, in the long run, it's just going to devalue and just damage the brand. So, but it depends what you're in it for. If you're in this for like a quick buck, then maybe. But I'm not in it for a quick buck, so it's pointless.
And what's like, CrossFit is huge on community, and we talked about like brand fit and things like that. So how have you found, like, trying to build a brand and build that community around, like, hard to kill, like, the CrossFit scene?
To be honest, I don't like the word community, and it sounds miserable. I think it's just more so because it's like a buzzword, especially in CrossFit. Everyone's like, everyone jumps on it. And like, I'm a bit like, it's one of them things, like if you have to talk about it, it's not really legit. You know what I mean?
If you have to talk with your community, it's a bit of like a smokescreen type. Do you actually have a good community?
Exactly. And I think if you're doing it properly, it just naturally happens. And I think that's what I like to think it's kind of happened with us. Like, we've just kind of put out what we're about. Hopefully we do some cool stuff and people associate themselves with it and people go, okay, I want to get behind that. And it's just naturally happened. I don't think it's something you can force.
You can't, I don't think you can as well. I definitely don't think you can force community. A lot of my stuff is around like community days. So like we'll do like training days where it's not like forcing people to be friends. We're doing the heavy snatch or heavy clean and people share barbells and people start cheering for each other.
100%.
And it's kind of organic like that. But it's funny because I've met a bunch of people through like Hard to Kill. Like I was at Rainhill not long ago, a few months ago. Brad Winter. Like looking up at him. Looking up at him because he's fucking 7 foot tall. But like people who I spoke to a little bit online knew were also involved in Hard to Kill, and it's like, oh cool, I've got a connection with this person now. And when you see them at comps, it's like, dude, how are you? Like, how are you getting on?
Yeah, to be fair, it's something I want to do more of. I mean, obviously anyone's invited, but like kind of Hard to Kill community kind of things. I know I said I don't like the word, and I just said it. But like, just kind of get our people together and just a bit of a space where we can, just have a good time, talk about.
Do you remember the first time where like, so I have a real like moment when I was coaching of when I first started online coaching, all my first clients were people that I knew. So it was like an old PT client or like my sister's friend or like a friend of a friend. I can like remember the exact moment where someone joined my online coaching who I had like no personal connection to. It was like a lady from London, and I was just like, this is unreal. She's found me through Instagram. She joined online coaching. She's paid me a good amount of money to get a fitter, and I'm like, I've never met it. Like, blew my mind. Do you remember the first time you saw like? Cause I imagine when you run a brand, it's the same thing. Like your first few t-shirts are going like friends, family, people. Do you remember went to a CrossFit comp and saw like Hard to Kill in the wild?
It's a journey like that, to be honest with you, because like at the start, exactly what you said. Like it's generally, I could see a sale come through, and I'd look where it like in the world it was, and I go, that's from Amir. That's Amir's people's. That's so and so's people, because you can just see the regions and stuff. So like that was the first thing, and then like it starts going out a bit wider, and then at comps you'd see bits and bobs, and you kind of go, oh, that's cool.
It's Hard to Kill in the
wild.
wild.
And you have to like, and you kind of be a bit like, you kind of want to go, just tap on and go, that's funny. But like, obviously you can't, you look like a fucking lunatic. But then the other, again, to the next level then, when probably about 6 months ago was a cool one. We was, trying to think why I was in Liverpool for some unknown reason. Just come back from a night out, so we was back at the hotel. It weren't massively late, like 10 o'clock in the hotel, middle of Liverpool. There was no comps on, no sporting events, so there's no reason for anyone to have Hard to Kill.
Almost, if you rocked up to a CrossFit comp now, you would see Hard to Kill.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it's not so much of a surprise, but this this was really, really out in the wild. So different city to obviously where we're from. No comps on, no events, no CrossFit, no sporting. Oh no, there's a guy wearing that there. It was a bit mad. It was the it was that jade one. It was the green one.
Noticeable.
And it's just like, oh no way. My power's like, I've seen that.
That's so cool.
I just try and cool it down. Like,
you like taking photos of the guy?
Yeah. So it's cool, man. It's cool.
Have you ever had like a story or someone like that really hit you? I think the content that I've really loved consuming and being a part of is other people being like, what does Hard to Kill mean to you? And that like series that you did maybe last year with like, Liam. Loads of those stories were really cool. Was there a particular story that kind of like hit you a bit harder than the rest?
I mean, well, firstly, we're still doing them, so watch them more.
Follow on Instagram, guys.
Trying to think, we've got one next. Sorry, I wouldn't say, I mean, there's some cool stories, like, well, I say cool stories, some sad stories, some like real hitting ones, which is good. Like the very first one we did with G, like that's a crazy story. So again, go back and listen to that. But there's probably two kind of, not necessarily stories that we filmed, but there was also like probably one was when, it was actually at Wadlands, to be fair, and got chatting to this guy.
I think that's this weekend.
It is, yes, it is. It is. It's the 2-day one, I think, It was at Wadlands, guys come over, I think they'd actually won, these guys at Podium, great guys chatting, cool, bought a bits of product, asking kind of what the brand was about, is when we was a lot newer, and explained the situation, cool, that was it. And then like, I think like 2 days after, he DM'd me on Instagram, it was just like, just to let you know, like, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Like, really, really like the brand, like what it's about. It's just it kind of hit me more. It was like, because like literally, I think 2 days. Like, it was close to before he seen me. He's like, his old man committed suicide, and he was just like, it's something like I want to try and live by now, and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, it kind of like, you don't know what to say. I was kind of like saying like thank you, but like it's hard to know what to take. But for that to mean something to someone, it's crazy, and probably I take it for granted, to be honest with you. What it, because it's day in, day out for me. I don't think too much of it. I don't go to too detail, but it's crazy what it does mean to some people. And the other one, this is, well, we're real close to home one, so, and just about the mindset and what you need to have in this life and how hard life can be. Like Mark, I don't know, you've probably met Mark, my business partner. Like, he lives and breathes it as well. And like, he's had to, like, literally the past 3 years, and in fact he keeps moaning about it. We are going to do some content on it, but it's just that long. So over the past 3 years, so like, he's probably about 2 months ago, he's just been given the all clear for bowel cancer. Bear in mind, he's only my age, like 37, 38. Got 2 kids, so bowel cancer, survived that. Then about, I don't know, maybe a few months before he had bowel cancer, he lost his dad. Then the whole year prior to that, he was involved, not his fault, genuinely, in very, very serious legal stuff with business and things like that, very serious. So like, mad stress. And then prior to that, he had meningitis. Like, and like, it's just like, these are the things.
Taking a hit.
Yeah, these are the things in life. Again, of course you can't prepare for these things, but like, doing hard stuff, it kind of, it's going to give you a better chance of getting through this. And like, he made everything, every chemo, every radiotherapy, it's hard to kill. Just that, had to keep that focus.
That resilience, right?
Yeah, 100%. But like, all these small little things about like living and breathing the brand, like, genuinely, this is a brand, this is what, it's not just talk, it's not just a word, like, it's legit kind of thing. And like I say, that's the extreme, of course it is, but like, it's a real thing.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you guys, are you 50-50 on the business?
No. So he's, obviously originally it was just me.
Okay.
Like, he's come in more to support from a kind of business strategy side of things, just to allow me to do what I do best as such, you know what I mean? Trying to get onto the creatives, because you know, business is tough, man. There's so many. Well, to kind of progress at the rate we progress and where we want to get to, it takes a lot. Like, if you were just running like a little side hustle and things like that, you can take your time, and I could do everything. But to do what I want to do and the rate we want to do it, I just don't have the capacity.
But clearly, that's a positive, right? That you're having to get someone in to do some of the strategy stuff, because the brand is organically grown to this really cool point where it's not just like spare bedroom or, you know, not just a side thing.
Oh yeah, it is. And again, it's something I don't really think about, and I should. There's a lot of things you don't take stock on. People will say, oh yeah, like that whole thing, you should celebrate your wins and stuff like that. I'm really bad for not doing that. Yeah. If you know what I mean, like, you just go on to the next, on to the next, on to the next.
What are the plans then? Anything we can know about? Obviously, are you fully just UK based at the moment?
Yeah. So I have sent a few bits and bobs abroad. I think I sent a few bits to Holland, Netherlands, and whatnot, and but it's a pain in the backside just for getting through customs and stuff like that. 100%. It's where we want to be. We want to go, of course, worldwide. That's where you go and you want to aspire to be. There's still a lot of the UK market to hit up where we want to go through, but long term, 100%. Like, it's that whole, I can't remember what the analogy is, that kind of reach for the stars, if you hit the moon, like, you know what I mean? So
you should
aim high, man.
This is like, my head teacher used to say this, right? He's like, aim for the moon. If you miss, at least you'll be among the stars. It's like having big fucking goals, right?
Yeah, and that's what we've done from the start, from even just all the background stuff in the business. We were saying earlier, getting prepared for, got to have that mindset. This is going to take off, man. This is really going to go, because it's only going to fail if we let it fail. And so that's on me, you know.
And also, like we talked right at the start of the podcast, like, failure is not a bad thing. Like, failure's like, set yourself big fucking massive goals that are like semi unachievable. You miss. It doesn't matter. You learn, or you've achieved something that is still stand out. You just haven't got the big thing yet.
Yeah, that's that whole thing. Like if you're gifted something, like, you could probably run it for a bit. But what happens when X happens? Like, what happens when this happens? Then you've got no knowledge to fall back on. You've got no resilience to fall back on. Like, again, they're doing the hard things now. You know what I mean? I'm not saying intentionally fail, but push the limits enough so there's a good chance you could fail. You know, because it's it depends what you want to do. If you want to achieve something in my mind, again, if you're coaching in whatever space, whatever you're working in, you've got to get at it. There's no two ways about it. There's no such thing as luck. People think, oh, you're lucky. No, there's not.
No,
you make your own. Yeah, 100%. Even like I always say, like back, you can, even if you think, oh, it might be a bit of luck. Actually, if you work it back steps, you go, actually, really, that's come from when I met so and so, and we did this together, and I did that for them, and we scratched my hair back. It all comes around, man.
Any last couple of questions now? Any competitions, events, or things that you've partnered with that like really stand out?
We've done a lot of comps, to be fair. Generally all good people's. I would say the main one to probably shout out would be like with Hornsey and them guys at Graft, just because they're the first team that we really got support from, and like they kind of essentially give us a platform to show everyone what we was about. Like we was doing bits and bobs before, but really getting in front of people's eyes. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still hard work. We had to bust our balls to do what we did, but they give us a kind of platform to be able to.
I really rate the Graph guys. I think like running CrossFit, like I run a coaching brand, you run a clothing brand, but like running CrossFit competitions and events is a whole fucking different kettle of fish. Isn't it?
Events is
mayhem.
Tough. It's a thankful business.
I think they run like obviously like some of the biggest competitions now are Graft events. Like, you know, we talked earlier about strength and depth, like not really being around. So like, if I'm honest, I don't know the ins and outs, but I've heard lots of like chatter about stuff. But all I know is that I think I'm sure they posted something on Instagram a while back saying like Sid Origins isn't happening. I did Sid UK Champs.
It's a shame.
I can't remember if 1 year ago, 2 years ago. Fantastic comp, love it.
Shame.
Origins super unique, like 12 people on a competition floor. It's crazy. They kind of outgrew Bath and moved to Birmingham. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I just know that I think there is some legal background, if you know, but it's not. It's gutting because it's such a good comp.
It's a mad industry. Like I think it must be so difficult to saturate to hell, man.
I think it's also really hard for competition to make money. Like when you do some basic maths of like this many entrants and this many qualifiers and vendors and judges and volunteers, it's just like.
Yeah, well, again, because there's some big companies doing it, like obviously you're at Athex and things like that. They can get support for like judges and because they're giving away like £200 worth of stuff.
By Adidas,
you know what I mean? Like people are going to give up their time for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you know what? There's a whole like this is a side note, but I was reading this more about this whole like Hyrox controversy. So if you volunteer, because obviously if you look at events in our space at the moment, Hyrox is the biggest like by far.
Yeah.
I could be sorry to Hyrox people if I butcher this, but you used to be able to volunteer. If you volunteered and did X number of shifts on a weekend, like either 8-hour shift judging or whatever, you'd get a free ticket. Loads of people volunteered for one event, so they got a ticket to do another event, and they've completely changed it to like you have to do multiple shifts or like you have to. It's not that straightforward anymore. Which is and loads of people are up in arms about it. They've just changed the whole volunteering thing, but. Yeah, most of our competition, most of our sport are run by people like just giving their time for free, and people like Graft and Hornsey who like create these events, which are really cool.
Sorry, just to jump in. I'm not going to ask you what do you think of Hyrox, but like from an event point of view, like I think as annoying as it is to smash it.
Yeah, do you know what? I've really changed my view on this, right? Because I've posted loads of anti-Hyrox stuff in the past, but like I think it was just a knee-jerk reaction to like when you have a thing, and my thing being CrossFit. You like vehemently like defend your thing. It's like football teams. Yeah, it's like you support you support Villa or whatever. Like every other team's shit because like your team are the best. So like it was just that. It was just like I'm like CrossFit till I die. Every other thing that's not CrossFit is shit. Where like I did a Hyrox event 4 or 5 years ago, and it was male same-sex pairs. My partner did functional fitness, did some wall balls, did some rowing and stuff, but like didn't want to snatch, clean and jerk and butterfly pull up, and it was phenomenal, perfect. And the event was really good. They just print money. They're just big waves of people. You flow through it like it's a really, really phenomenally run event, and clearly is working for them. They're making a killing.
Well, I think it blew my mind when it's one of the first ones I did. My pal was up there, and he was at Manchester, and it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come up. He was like, oh, you won't get a ticket. I went, what do you mean I get a ticket?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just coming to watch
The whole
you.
thing, yeah.
He's like, no, the spectators are sold out. I went, what?
That's why this volunteer thing's big, because people would volunteer to buy a ticket because they wouldn't have to go through the whole ticket buying process. But yeah, I think if anything, CrossFit needs to learn from the successes of High Rocks, because I've been to some CrossFit competitions that are just not very busy, and you want them to be. I want my sport to fill out and have longevity and be here in 5 years. And you hear about CrossFit is dying and all this stuff. I don't think that's true. But
the frustrating thing for me, like I said, like the coverage and like of the High Rocks and stuff like that. Like I said, it's getting better. It's cool, man. To be fair, and then but like when you look at the games again this year, like it seems to be going the opposite way. Like they don't seem to be getting the hints that people are saying about.
I love the CrossFit Games. I always stand by it, and not talking about controversies of previous years, but like I was watching this year's CrossFit Total event, and it was like in like a car park. It was when they zoomed out and panned out, you could see like cars on a highway behind. I'm not sure if that was some sort of like they wanted it to be outdoors for a reason, but yeah, very strange.
Yeah, it's like I don't get, like, you could, regardless of where it is, you go, yeah, we got it in a car park. It's old school, rugged, raw, cool. But then like even like when you click on YouTube and it's like the camera angle's like half a mile away and it's just sat there like on a live feed for like 2 hours before anything kicks off.
It was behind a paywall as well. So like for example, I think you can just go on YouTube and watch like the last High Rocks Elite 15 World Championships race for free. Yeah. And also it's just like an hour long event where CrossFit Games, it's different sport, but you have to consume it over 3 or 4 days, and it's behind a paywall and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, enough about High Rocks. Rapid fire questions, last few minutes. Right, easy. Gymnastics or weightlifting?
Weightlifting. I'm a husky boy.
Correct answer. Clean or snatch?
If it's me doing it, clean. If I'm watching someone snatch, it's far sexier to it.
There's more like finesse snatching, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
But harder to do. Favorite ever CrossFit workout?
You know what, I wouldn't say it's favourite, but I've just got a thing with it now. I know people will go, what the fuck? Murph. Just because it's where I tore my arm, I tore my bicep doing that.
Did you?
Yeah, that's what not the one.
It's like the story of it, isn't it? It's cool.
Yeah. It's, so like, yeah, I say, it sounds really glamorous, like, yeah, I did it doing Murph, blah, 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 like, no, I did it warming up for Murph. Literally first butterfly.
No.
Yeah, like a piano string gone.
The worst.
So like I did it this year, did it unvested this year, and that was hard enough. Just getting back to it with it.
Nice.
More mentally. So I've just got a thing with it.
Is the goal next year with the vest?
Yeah, next year with the vest, and that's it. I won't do it again.
Class. Complete it. Post like competition or post hard workout meal of choice?
You know what, I haven't got one. There is to say, it's like when you like say at a comp, I'm always like, yeah, because you clapped out, you're like, oh, I'm gonna have this one again, I'm gonna have all this food, and then usually usually that time you go, oh, I don't really know what I want, to be fair, and like you're not that hungry, I always find, but as like a go-to just for the nice stuff, I'm here for Greek food, man. Nice. Greek food.
Love Greek food. And then this is just me being nosy, what's the best selling hard to kill piece of all time? Or if not best selling, maybe your personal favorite, or maybe they're separate.
I would say probably bestseller is the one we've just done a rerun of, was the candy. Okay. The pink faded one on the back. Yeah. Like, so it's the OG style with the faded pink. That was a genuine limited edition. We did it. It come about actually from a comp. I was talking with G about it, and we was like, I was doing something down her way. It was for butterfly effect, so like the female comps. Was like, okay, do something cool, pink. And then it just rocketed, like smashed it, and then I was just like, it's gone now. And it was like all year, people, oh, is that coming back? Is that coming back? Because I do leave it on the website just to piss people off. And then so literally maybe about a month ago, I did a one-off run, and again loads went again. So I'd probably say the candy. Candy, is that best selling and favourite? No, I'd say best selling, yeah, for sure. I think my favourite is probably the Shinobi one, because that was really... That's the first one you gave me. Yeah, that's probably like the first one I ever really put some effort into. Yeah, really big, like, it almost gives like back tattoo vibes, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, I like that big kind of, again, because of my age, I like that big stuff on the back, like... Big bold design. You know, like old Averex jackets and stuff like that. That's my kind of era, so I like some cool stuff like that. Cool. And if the closing question I've got, if someone's building something right now, and they're in that like shitty phase of like, oh, it's a side hustle, but I want it to be my main thing, and they're hustling like day job, have this thing they're really passionate about, what's like
one bit of business advice you'd give to that person?
One thing I'd say is make sure you enjoy it. As in, like, if it's not a passion, stop now.
Love that.
Genuinely, because it's that fucking hard.
I have that so much with people that want to compete in CrossFit. Obviously, it's separate, not building a brand, but like so many people in the corner of the gym killing themselves doing burpees and muscle ups and snatch or whatever, and like they're constantly miserable. And it's like, why you're meant to enjoy competition day, not meant to be crying in a corner because you've not done well. You're meant to be like, competition's like a cool showcasing of your skills. You should be able to high five competitors, right?
And I just think you get the odd person who's just talented at whatever they do, but 9 times out of 10, if you're not buzzing about doing it, if you're not happy, you're not going to succeed. No, you're not going to succeed in it. That's why, going back to what you said at the start, I think about brands coming and going.
Yeah.
I mean, I use the term brand loosely because a lot of them they're not brands, they're just people that sell clothes. But like, I think that's why they go so fast, because people go into it, realise what actually, it's not just making a t-shirt, you know what I mean? It's far. I think because you can do it so easily now, you can buy this print, you can chuck something on there. People think it's easy and go, oh, people are going to buy my stuff. People don't, man.
God, no.
Like we have some amazing feedback and people love it. It's still hard to get people to put their hand in it. I mean, times are hard, I get it, like, don't get me wrong, but to get people to consistently buy what you're pointing out is very difficult. Man. Very difficult.
Cool. Mate, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, much
Where can people find Hard to Kill?
Now, I've got to remember, so website, htkill.com, and then Insta is htk.ill.
Perfect.
I've probably got that wrong, but
I'll put the link here.
Yeah, please do.